Good morning, everyone. I am here in Sydney. It's Louise from Flash Friday Finance Update from Property Education Company. Thank you for listening and tuning in. I am here today on a Masters Retreat for Business because we are Masters of Business with the wonderful Bernadette Jansen. I'm going to hand over to Bernadette because we have been talking about renovating for your retirement and how to make your retirement more comfortable. And I'm going to hand over to her now to give you a bit of an update about what she's talking about.
So there's probably three main ways that you can utilise renovating to improve your retirement. Now, the first thing you need to do is get a plan in place to get your home paid off, because the last thing you want is to be paying off mortgages when you are in retirement, because that's a stress on your cash flow that you don't need. And so there's a few ways of doing it, but the main way to do it is by downsizing. So, if you've been living in a home for a long time and you're thinking about moving into something a bit smarter and smaller, then it's really important that you renovate that home before you sell it, because you'll increase the income substantially. With a reasonably comprehensive cosmetic renovation, you should be able to add at least 20% to the value of the property, which means more money in your pocket, because as you know, when it's a property, your own family home, that generally it's tax exempt.
Just one thing on that, Bernadette. The cost for that 20%. What would you
I'm saying, usually about 5 to 10% of the value of the property. And I'm saying you should be able to make 20% over and above the cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Above the cost.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't necessarily have to sell your home. The other thing that you can do if you've got an empty nest is make some space in the home in order to produce an income. And what we have done personally is we have a separate studio that we list on short-term rental, and that brings in about $50,000 a year. So really you've got a source of income from something that normally doesn't generate income, and that's a big plus. Of course, you want to make sure that you do that in such a way that you maintain privacy between you and your guests, so you're not compromising your lifestyle, and it's a good outcome for both. The other thing that you want to do is, of course, think about cash flow. But any projects you do, you want to make sure they're reasonably low risk, because the last thing you want to be doing is making mistakes that cost you money at a time when you should be, kicking back and smelling the roses. And one of the strategies that we love is called a micro development, where you renovate a home that's on sufficient land that you can build new on as well. So subdivide and build, sell the home so that you increase your equity in the deal, and you end up with a new home or two new homes that you can rent out and add to your portfolio.
So we'll look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great weekend. And if you want to look up renovating, go to Bernadette's website. Have a great weekend. Bye.